This is my review of my new favorite shaver. This is the Philips Norelco Body Groomer 7000 series, the newest model of that series. This is the BG7490 50, not to be confused with the older model, which looks like this. This, in my opinion, is a huge upgrade over this one, and let me show you why. So the first thing you notice is the design itself. It's very comfortable to hold in your hand. It's got some grip here on the back. You can use this out of the shower, dry, or you can use it in the shower, so it's totally waterproof. I tend to use it most of the time out of the shower, but you can do either way. Another really cool feature is it has a built-in flashlight. Now, if you're using this to groom your body, which you definitely can, I use it for everything except for my head. I don't use it for my head, but I could. I use it for trimming my beard. I shave my neck with it, which you'll see in a second. And I use this to trim the hair on my entire body. And this thing has a feature to make it easy as ever to do all of that. So this blade right here is very flexible. So check this out. It rocks left to right like this. So as you're going over tough to shave areas, like right here, for example, this thing will actually pivot and make it super easy to get over all those hard to reach spots. Now, this also has an airplane lock. So if you're flying with this, you don't want it to accidentally turn on in your luggage. It does have a lock feature. All you have to do is press this down, long press it down, and it'll flash. And now it is locked. So if I press it now, it won't turn on. So you don't have to worry about accidentally turning it on. To turn that off, you just long press again, and now it's ready to go. One of my favorite features that this has that the other models don't have is a built-in flashlight. Now you might be thinking, why would I need a flashlight? And here's the reason. At least for me, if I use this to like shave my body, I always tend to shave and I think I got it all. Then I go outside in the sun and instantly you start seeing a bunch of spots that you missed. This flashlight helps light up all the areas that you're shaving so you can see what you're doing, and it makes it a lot easier. There's that little LED light right there. So what else do you get with this? So this is just one of the heads. You get two different heads. This is the one I tend to use for shaving my body. I used it earlier just to trim the hair on my neck. This is going to get you the closest shave of everything in the kit. But let's say you just want to do some trimming. If you want to do some trimming, all you have to do is press this button. This whole unit pops off. Then you replace it with this unit right here, which is going to get all of those hard to reach places. Now, here's a look at everything that's included with this before I show you how this works. So you get the main unit itself. This razor is amazing. You get the back extender, which is incredibly useful, especially if you shave your back. It makes it really easy to get all those hard to reach areas, so I no longer have to beg my wife to shave my back for me, which is amazing. You get a charging stand. Now you can charge this just by plugging into the bottom, but it comes with this stand. So when you're at home, you can just drop this right down into the stand and it'll start charging right away. When I travel, I tend to just leave this part at home and I plug it in directly. You get your USB to whatever that's called charging end, and you get all these other attachments. So this is your other blade attachment where this can be popped off and you can get a really close shave with this, getting all those hard to reach spots. You also get these attachments here, and these are very adjustable, so much so that I use these to trim my beard. And even with this one here, so this one, as you can see, is a little bit thicker. This one here allows me to fine tune or fine adjust the level so I can shave my beard and get exactly the length I want. And I can do a little bit of a fade over on the sideburns just by clicking over one or two clicks. This unit here gets attached to the top of this. You simply put this on, see if I can do it with one hand while holding the camera. You simply slide the teeth over top of the metal teeth, the plastic ones over the metal, and then you press down, and that clicks right into place. And now you have a little extra barrier so that you're not getting right on your skin. Now this is the part that I use to get right up under my mustache. I'll get all those straight, anywhere you need to get a really straight line, it works perfect for that. But this is also the blade you use if you want to trim, for example, your beard, and I'll show you how I do that. Now, here's how these two long hair attachments work. The one that I love the most is this with the little click on the back because it makes it super easy to know exactly what you're doing. To install this, you just click it over the top and press. That clicks in place. And now check this out. This little lever will adjust how much hair you're cutting off. So this would be the longest, and that is the tightest. And here's what I tend to do. If I just want to get a little bit of a trim, I will start this on the thickest part. and then I'll move it up my face. And if it doesn't get stuck at all, I'll click one over. And then if I go up, I keep doing that until I feel like, oh, it's gonna get stuck. It's not even on at this point. That's when I know, okay, that's where I wanna trim. Then I'll turn it on. I'll use it at this level. That's my favorite level right there. That's what this looks like right here. And then if I wanna fade up the sideburns a bit, I'll just click one more over, and then I can get it to do like a little bit of a fade, which is amazing. Now the other unit doesn't have a lever, it has a dial. And the way the dial works is similar to the level, but you spin this dial and you can see that is getting very tight. So that is a very close shave. And as I spin it the other way, you'll see that this blue part rises up and you can fine tune it to get the exact distance that you want. Now, if you're shaving areas that you really want to make sure you don't nick yourself, and you know that's like the worst feeling in the world, you can use just this, because these blades do have little pearl drops of metal on the top. So these are not sharp, like they're not pointy. They're kind of rounded at the top, which is awesome. But if you want to be extra careful, you can use this thing here. And the way that works is you just slide this over, press down, and now you have, it's still a really close shave, but it's a little bit of extra space. And now for one of my favorite parts, this extender. I like to shave everything. If I don't, I look like Sasquatch. It's bad. So I love to shave everything. Most of the time with my old razor, I would do the front and then I would call my wife in and say, hey, honey, can you do my back? And she would do it. But with this, I can now do it on my own. So check out how easy this is to work. This is plastic. It's lightweight. You can store it like this, and to open it up, you just press this button. This opens up and it locks into place. Now you take your razor and you insert it here, and it'll also click into place. But now look at the range I have. So if I need to do my back, I can easily reach. So you see how far down I'm going? And if I go this way, I can even go past that point. So you can reach every single inch of your body with this extender. And I love how it has this kind of a handle rather than just a straight one, because you can hook your fingers in there, and that way you're not gonna accidentally drop this as you're shaving. Now, does this do a good job? It does. I'm using it right now on my arms, and it gets a really tight, close shave. Not as tight as if you're using shaving cream and a razor, but this foil razor right here does a really good job. These ones on the side get the bigger hair, and then this will get the fine hair, and it's incredible. Now you also get a carrying bag where you can fit everything in this bag for when you're on the go. However, for me, I'm not gonna use this bag. I'm going to buy a little hard case to put everything in, because in your luggage, and I've had this happen in the past, if it's in that bag and your luggage gets banged around, these little plastic things can crack and then you've ruined it. So I'm gonna get a hard case, keep mine in that. That's the only downside to this. I wish they had provided a harder case. But I found a bunch online. They make ones that'll fit all this stuff in it. And I think that's the route to go. But I will say that I have dozens of shavers, because obviously I use them a lot. And this one right now is the champion. This is my absolute favorite razor that I've ever owned. And I definitely highly recommend it. If you'd like to check the current price for this particular razor, there's a link in the description below. Please like this video and hit subscribe. That would help me out so much. Thank you for watching.